Wow, I am again always excited to introduce you all to somebody that has been a beautiful share for me. I would love to welcome somebody that's going to introduce herself and the organization that she's affiliated with and all of the amazing things that she's doing. So, welcome, go for it and share.
Hey everybody, my name is Becky Hudson, aka Becky Baby, and I am a musician here in Ocala. I am also an arts and health practitioner and board member with Arts and Health Ocala Metro.
Wow, that is amazing. And I think it's really important to start off by talking about what are your gifts and talents if you're working with an arts and health? What's going on there?
Well, it started out basically, I've played music in Ocala my entire life, pretty much. Starting as a teenager, I was playing shows out, and it's just something that I've always had to do in my heart. And I, always had a full-time job and played on the weekends. But so I've been performing for a very long time, and I already recognized the value in what I was doing because music brings people together. Especially, I specialize in retro music and oldies music, and it's the type of music that is kind of like the fabric of pop culture almost, like the all of our retro beautiful songs that it doesn't matter what generation you're from, where you're from, like everybody knows these songs. So I saw people coming together and little babies dancing with their grandparents, families out enjoying, couples out enjoying, people dancing. You know, we just don't dance as a culture anymore, really either.
Wow.
So to see that happen, like I realized how magical it was to be a performer, but I really was hoping for a higher calling, and in fact kind of asked what could I do to serve even more. So that was kind of a on a search for my higher calling thing. I just kind of put it out there, and then a friend, Lisa Irwin, had this great idea to sort of model the arts and health programming that was going on in the arts and medicine program in Shands at UF Gainesville.
Mm, mm.
So she introduced me to it, and I kind of was like, "Oh, wow, this is amazing!" Not really connecting or like connecting the dots that, hey, you'd be really great at this. So I kind of felt like, wow, that's really neat. And then she reached out to me again and basically said that she wanted to do this in Ocala and with an organization called Arts and Health Ocala Metro. And she's the founder of the organization. And so I just didn't feel qualified to be in a medical scenario or a healthcare scenario or well-being scenario. Just for whatever reason, I really I've kind of grown with the organization. But yeah, so she got me. I got to go to some training and go to the arts and medicine intensive that was at Shands Hospital, and just found out that I'm very good at this kind of work. And they she reached out to me, and then another hero of mine, Patricia Tomlinson, reached out, and they knew better than I did that I would be great at this. So I was like, wow, these are two of my like serious heroes, superheroes in town, and they're both reaching out to me. Maybe I should check this out. So, and that's been 3 years ago now.
It's really amazing, and it is such a beautiful thing to have something that you can share, not just for people to just listen and you're performing and not just serving people in such a deep, important way for their health. And I notice that this organization in addition to serving people that may be in the hospital care, also serve people that are in the ARC organization. And just to let you know a little bit of what I know, I worked in ministry a long time and we had a special needs for adults. And it is so important to serve people in that way. And they take such joy out of it. And I see that you do that as well.
I do. The Arc Marion is just has a special place in my heart. They are, don't tell everyone else, but they are the best audience. They are my most favorite audience. When I come into the building, the excitement is just palpable. We just love each other so much. And when I come in, they're like, Becky's here, Becky's here. I greet everyone, and they're just such incredible human beings because I've learned a lot from them in performing with them, and they they love themselves and they love you, and really they are who they are, and they're if you don't like it, you can lump it.
Yeah.
And I learned so much from their spirit, and just they're just so it's such a joyous place to perform. um so that's another amazing thing that kind of happened. We have a joint fundraiser between Arts and Health Ocala Metro and the Arc Marion. It's called Hear Us Roar. We're doing our third year this year, June 12th. And the Ocala Civic Theater graciously hosts us and partners with us to make this event happen. They are incredible. So it's at the Ocala Civic Theater on the actual stage. We put on a concert, and my friends get to come up on the stage and have the full performer experience with artist practitioners, myself included, performing along to tracks, and the clients sing along with us and dance. And it's kind of a giant sing along. The audience can sing along as well. There's karaoke words and everything up there. So it started with even before Arts and Health had come in. Before I'd completed my training with them, I was volunteering and playing at the Arc for a little while, and it went from me and my acoustic guitar. That was there's no way I could do that. There's way too many people. There were like 50 clients in the room, and I was like, okay, this is not loud enough. So then I started bringing in my equipment and setting up my mic and my amp and my full, like, a loud, like, concert experience. Then folks started to come up and dance with me. Then they wanted to sing with me. And they had karaoke machines at the Arc, so they started bringing those in. During all of this time, Arts and Health, I got, completed my training with them to become an artist practitioner. And I asked, hey, could you guys, would you like to support this place that I'm volunteering, the Arc? Oh, yeah. So now we have visual artists there, movement, dance artists, and myself. So all of these things combine to create this fundraiser, Hear Us Roar. The clients,
Wow.
they were singing along, and then they wanted to put on their own talent show. So they did that on their own with the staff at ARC for the families and friends, and everybody loved it. So then they asked, hey, is there a real stage we could do this on? And our Patricia, she's our director. She made the connections and got this amazing theater for them. So now they have the full performer experience. We have an art show of the paintings they've created with our visual artists, and we will have a finale with the dance instructor. It's Christopher Hirschberger is our artist, and Danae Wilkerson, our wonderful dance instructor. So it's amazing. It's a full-on show. They get dressing rooms. People donated flowers for the dressing rooms last time. They get the full, something they would not get to experience otherwise. And it's my heart and soul. I love doing it.
I think it's so beautiful. And I know that we're always hearing about people needing food and shelter, right? And,
Sure.
that's always important, but oh my goodness, how is this so vital and important for people in
Yeah.
life? And, I can say it in my heart, but I would love for you to say, why is art so important for people that are going through challenging situations?
Well, truly, I've learned that art is the bridge between body, mind, and spirit. You can affect each of those things with the arts in some way. You can dance to music. You can lower your blood pressure by listening to calming music. You can organize your thoughts by creative writing and just pouring your thoughts out. Any form of art is going to help one of those areas. And we live in a society where if something's wrong with the body, we treat the body with a pill, where it's, may very well have something to do with, mental health or spiritual health, or, they're all tied together. You can't have completeness without. So the arts bridges the three for me.
It kind of takes us away from being just in the present of the challenging things that a person is facing and looking at something that allows a person to give out, to, to try things that they've been wanting to do, to learn, to not be focused on in the present all the challenges that are going on or things that they can't change about their health.
Right. Yes.
There are just different things that go on, and there is just some joy, I think, for people to be able to do something that's just fun,
Yeah.
but also art is not just fun, it is actually an action of doing that comes out with something very fun to look at
Yes.
or to
And
hear. Mhm.
right. And people don't realize that because you're a human, you are a creator. You are. And just to pick up paint and put it on paper, the act itself, it literally, we're finding through our research with Arts and Health Ocala Metro and programs across the nation that are popping up, that art heals and science proves it. There are literally, you release serotonin, you release feel good hormones when you're dancing and singing and painting. And it's almost a form of meditation or prayer when you connect with that creator within yourself. It literally can lower your blood pressure. It literally can help you heal 50% faster if you're going through physical therapy or any sort of healing modality. You will heal faster if you do it whilst incorporating art into your programming.
Yes, and as you know, I come from a faith-based mindset, and I do think that the creator of the world has made us in his image. And
Sure.
that is why we are creators. And I just love that you all look at it from that perspective that people are
Yes,
all creative. It may be
absolutely.
different types of creative, but it is creative, and that they can also
Mhm.
just enjoy somebody else's art, which
Yeah.
is also beautiful, and somebody else is singing and all that stuff. It also gives them joy as well. And it makes me think about a Bible verse that inspired me when I was thinking about this organization in our conversation, and is therefore encourage one another and build each other up, just in fact as you are doing.
Mhm.
And that is exactly what you all are doing. You've hooked your arms together, you have encouraged one another, and then you're now serving other people that are also encouraging you back because they love you so much. It's beautiful.
Yes, it is truly beautiful.
I'm excited to see how this is going to continue to grow for
Yeah.
this organization and also for you and for all the people. There's a ripple effect here that we can't even see the ripple effect sometimes of doing something so amazing and beautiful for people in the way that you are. But just know there is definitely a huge ripple effect of what's happening with what you're doing. And
I see it. I see it. It's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah, it's so wonderful. If you were to want to encourage people to get involved, whether they're right here in Marion County or around the world? What are things that you would encourage people about in this type of engagement?
Well, if you would like to help Arts and Health Ocala Metro, you can go to our website, aihocala.org, and we have lots of volunteer opportunities. And we are always looking for artist practitioners. And we are just basically looking to spread the word. A lot of folks don't know that we exist. So we have a great social media presence. So we have even, you can see examples of people's art. You can see snapshots from our workshops and things like that on our social media. So please follow us, Arts and
Which
Health Ocala
ones?
Metro.
Which ones do you have? You have
We have
Instagram?
Instagram and Facebook, and then we have a great website that has all of the information is there. There's also contact for volunteer information. Everything is right there on the website, and any upcoming public free events that we have are on the website as well. But as far as arts and health on a personal, regional, local, global stage, I would just encourage you to savor every little moment and really look at the details of art. Just kind of take a moment to get lost in beauty for a second, and just anytime you put pen to paper or any medium to paper, and I don't care if it's a blotch of orange and purple and green, that's something that's going to help you feel better in your day to day. Just take 5 minutes to think about something creative that you would like to do, or take a class, watch a YouTube video. You can go to the Dollar Tree and get painting supplies. It's I know times are difficult, but even I even find stuff at thrift stores. People post stuff for free on Facebook Marketplace. It just depends on what resources you have to look at. But even a pencil, just journaling, write your thoughts down. Any little moment you can take for art, take it, even if it's 1 minute.
Yeah, and listening to music is also a fabulous thing that people can do to distract them from the moment
Yes.
of negativity to positivity if you're listening to the right songs and the things that give you joy. And hopefully, we'll be able to share some of what you sing, Becky.
Yes.
That if
That's
they go
great.
online, they can learn about you too, because I think it's really amazing, Becky baby, that you.
Yeah. Yes, Becky Baby Music is my handle on all of the social medias. I have a YouTube, I have a TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, and a website. My website is beckybaby.com. So there's lots of examples and things, but maybe we can share a snippet.
Well, one of the things about that name, I can't go into full detail, but I can tell you I have a sister named Becky and I have two sister-in-laws named Becky. So Becky's a very important name to follow.
Rebecca.
Yeah,
Rebecca.
Rebecca.
And
Rebecca is always Becky.
I think about the meaning of that name, and it is to bind and to bring together. I just love that. I'm like, wow,
Yes,
I'm living up to
yes,
that, baby.
yes. It's wonderful. It is really wonderful. And I think that, again, it's so amazing that there's so many opportunities for people to experience art in some way. But music is actually one of those things that people really love
Yes,
to enjoy and to really just relax, like you said, and just listen to it or dance with somebody, whatever it is. It is such
right.
a gift to be able to have music. And it is something that, again, what a blessing that you bring to this community with what your skill set is. And it's not just about you, it's about you serving so many people. And thank you so much for that. It is so wonderful.
Absolutely. I'm so thankful that I have such powerful, amazing women in my life that pretty much everyone that I worked with was a fan before I was a coworker. So
That's
it just means so much to me that all of these amazing connections come because of that gift sometimes. And it really is, I do look at it as blessed. And sometimes I can't believe, looking, observing my life from the outside, I cannot believe that I get to serve people like this. So
And
thank
that's where, like I said, with Have Anita Ministry, that giving plus receiving equals sharing. That is the whole
yeah.
beautiful thing, is that not only are you giving your music, but people are receiving it, but you're also receiving the opportunity to serve and share. And it's just the
Yeah.
way that we should be functioning as humans. And thankfully, you are doing it. So.
Thank you. You too.
And I appreciate so much this organization and me learning about it and being able to share it with people in this community. But what I'm hoping is that this may even inspire people in other communities in the state or in this country or even globally, that they might
Yes.
be inspired that this is something they could be doing to serve their community as well.
Yeah.
So thank
I
you.
mean, that's what's so exciting is it's happening. You don't have to probably don't have to go out and start a grassroots organization. There's all kinds of movements like this across the world, and especially in North America right now, it's really it's been going on for 20, 30 years in the States, but it's really starting to catch fire, and I've had the opportunity to get together at a convening that included a lot of arts and health organizations from all over the world. It was incredible to see how many people were there. So look, just take a look. You might have an organization right next to you that needs some help.
That's true. That's true. It can work very many ways. So, again, thank you so much for this time and this opportunity for us to chat.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
All right.